So, you're thinking about owning a Russian blue cat, huh? Well, let me tell you something, this isn't your average, run-of-the-mill feline. Russian blues are not just cute little furballs you can cuddle with when you're feeling lonely. Oh no, these cats are a whole vibe, my friend. They have this regal air about them, like they've just stepped off the catwalk of some royal palace in St. Petersburg. And you, well, you're just lucky enough to share the same living room with them. But before you rush out to get one, let's take a deep dive into the 10 pros and cons of owning a Russian blue. Spoiler alert, it's not all luxury and fine dining for your new furry friend. Owning one of these cats can be a bit like navigating a high-maintenance relationship with someone who's allergic to attention. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive in. 1. Pro. Their fur is like velvet. Let's start with the obvious. If you're a fan of luxury fur, then the Russian blue is practically your dream come true. You know when you pet some cats, and their fur feels all weird. Like they've been living in a laundry hamper for the last week. Yeah, that's not the Russian blue. This cat has fur so soft it feels like you're petting a cloud or some high-end throw blanket from Pottery Barn. Seriously, you'll wonder how something can be so soft. It's the kind of softness that makes you want to pet them all day long, until your hands cramp up. But let's face it, you're going to pet them anyway, because how could you not? 2. Con. They're aloof, and they know it. Now, here's the downside of that whole "I'm so gorgeous I could be in a perfume commercial" thing. Russian blue cats have this superior attitude. You know how some cats are all like, "Hey, you're home. Let me jump in your lap and show you how much I love you." Yeah, not with a Russian blue. These cats are the cat version of the cool kid at school who won't even look at you unless they need something. They're not really into that lap cat lifestyle. No, they'll hang out with you, but only when it's on their terms. Maybe they'll sit next to you, maybe they'll casually stroll by and look at you like you're beneath them. But you won't find them climbing into your lap and rubbing their face against yours like a sweet, needy kitten. Nope. They're too cool for that. They'll love you, but on their own time. 3. Pro. They're quiet. You know what I don't miss in a cat? The constant meowing. You know those cats that just keep going on and on like they've had too much coffee? Well, Russian blues aren't like that. These cats are quiet as a mouse. They might give you a little meow here and there, but for the most part, they're silent as the wind. Now, some people might think that's a con, like, I want my cat to talk to me. But I'll tell you this, you'll start appreciating the peace. They won't be yelling at 3 a.m. for you to feed them or for some attention. You can enjoy a peaceful evening on the couch, and the only noise you'll hear is the sound of your own thoughts and maybe the occasional soft purring. Honestly, if you're the kind of person who likes a quiet life, a Russian blue will fit right in. 4th con. They're not always social. Look, Russian blues are like that one friend who's fun to hang out with, but only if you don't ask them to hang out too much. If you want a party animal of a cat, then this is not your breed. Russian blues are more introverted than that one guy who brings a book to a bar and orders a glass of water. They're not the type to welcome you with open paws when you walk in the door. They'll probably just give you the side eye and go back to doing whatever it is that makes them feel like they're above everyone else. They're not going to crowd your space or demand attention 24/7. So, if you're looking for a cat that will be your constant companion, you might want to consider a different breed. A Russian blue will love you, but it might be a bit more like a roommate who stays in their room a lot. 5. Pro. They're intelligent and easy to train. Now, let's talk about brains. Russian blues aren't just pretty faces, they're also pretty smart. I'm talking about a cat that can learn tricks, figure out how to open doors, and maybe even help you pay the rent. Okay, maybe not the last one, but hey, you never know. Seriously, Russian blues are trainable and can pick up things quicker than you might think. They're not like those cats who look at you like you're crazy when you try to teach them anything. Russian blues are interactive and will get involved if you give them the right stimuli. They can fetch, they can sit, they can even high-five. Yes, a cat that high-fives. So, if you want a cat that's more than just a fluffy decoration on your couch, a Russian blue could be the perfect fit. They'll keep you on your toes and keep your training skills sharp. Sixth con, they can be sensitive to change. If you're the type of person who moves around a lot or is constantly shifting things in your house, then you might find the Russian blue a little high maintenance. They don't really handle change that well. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not going to break down in tears if you rearrange the furniture. But they'll definitely notice. A sudden change in the environment might make them a little more standoffish or cause them to retreat into their safe space. They're sensitive souls, and if you're moving things around all the time or switching their food, they're going to let you know that they don't like it. It's like living with a cat that's basically a grandparent. They get really set in their ways, and any change is a personal attack. 7. Pro. They have a long lifespan. Alright, now let's talk about longevity. If you're thinking, hey, I want a cat that's going to stick around for the long haul, then the Russian blue is a solid choice. These cats can live up to 15 to 20 years, and if you take good care of them, they'll stick around longer than most people in your life. In fact, your Russian blue might even outlive your favorite sweater. So, if you're looking for a cat that's going to be with you for the long ride, enjoy your golden years together, and still look amazing doing it, then the Russian blue has your back. 8. Con. Health problems can be costly. Here's the downside to all that longevity: healthcare. Russian blues are generally pretty healthy cats, but like all purebred animals, they come with their own set of potential health issues. Things like kidney disease, heart problems, or breathing issues can crop up, and let's be honest, vet bills are expensive. So while your Russian blue will likely live a long, healthy life, you should be prepared for the possibility that you might have to shell out some serious cash for their medical care as they get older. It's the price you pay for having a cat who looks like they walked straight out of a fashion show. 9. Pro. They're good with kids, usually. If you have kids and are worried about whether your Russian blue will be a good fit, here's the good news: for the most part, they're pretty kid-friendly. Sure, they might not be rolling around in the mud with your toddlers, but they'll tolerate kids well, as long as the kids respect their space. They're more likely to sit quietly near your child, looking regal, than to cause any trouble. So, if you're looking for a cat that won't freak out when your kid wants to pet it, the Russian blue could be a solid choice. Just remind the kids that gentleness goes a long way with this breed. 10. Con. Expensive to own. As with any purebred cat, Russian blues don't come cheap. Expect to pay a premium for that luxurious coat and royal attitude. A Russian blue from a reputable breeder can easily set you back a couple of $1,000s. And that's just the beginning. Factor in vet bills, grooming costs, and all the extra toys and treats, and you're looking at a pretty expensive pet. Conclusion. There you have it, folks. The 10 pros and cons of owning a Russian blue cat. Are they worth it? Well, if you're looking for a cat that's low maintenance, high class, and super intelligent, then absolutely. But if you're the type who wants a lap cat that's constantly begging for attention, you might want to look elsewhere. At the end of the day, a Russian blue is like that cool, quiet friend you love to hang out with but will never really understand. But, hey, maybe that's the kind of relationship you're looking for. A little mystery, a little aloofness, but a lot of class and style.